Hi, guys. I just wanted to give my take on this whole new updates on our very own Korra Obidi. She's somebody that I love so much. I don't know her. I also just see her on social media, just like everybody else does. But if there's one thing that that young woman has, is energy, the tenacity, the strength, the faith, everything that a strong woman needs to be able to stand on her own 2 feet. Look, there's so much that can be said about Korra, but there's 3 things that I want to touch on today. And the first one being that we human beings can sometimes be very funny, because when the going was good, and Korra was with Justin and their children, and their whole lives were on social media. Everybody was following. The going was good. You loved her dance moves. You loved everything about Korra. All of a sudden, the marriage didn't work out. Like, it's life. It happens, right? And all of a sudden, people are trying to smother this girl, trying to prevent her from expressing herself, from having a voice. And when she said no, when she has said no and refused to allow anybody to intimidate her or take advantage of her, people are crying foul. Like, what were people expecting was going to happen? She's done. Okay? So leave this woman alone and let her have her voice. Her whole life with her husband, her marriage, her children, and all of that is all out there. Her dance moves and everything is out there. She's an adult in her own right. And that is the path that she has chosen. We've been a part of her story. I mean, sometimes it even feels like I know her personally. And I live in California with her, because everything is out there. And the things that she has decided to keep to herself always end up coming out anyway, because if she doesn't talk about it, then Justin will. The second thing that I want to say is that, so the first thing is just leave her alone to be her, do her, and say it as it is. Allow her to speak her truth and own it. The second thing I want to talk about, which is equally funny, is that there is no manual in this life that you follow that suddenly makes you a good mom. Everybody just muddles through. You pick up things as you go along, and you learn the ropes as you go along. If there's one thing that Korra has proven that she is prepared to do, and she would risk anything, even her own life for, it is her children. That girl is a mom. So all these people giving all this unsolicited advice, oh, don't carry her this way. Why are you putting the food in her mouth? Why are you allowing your child to put her hands in your plate? Is it your food? Is it your food? Like I was saying yesterday, there's a lot of so much negativity on social media that if you're not strong enough and have the cojones and the backbone to stand and not allow anybody to take advantage of you or to try and dim your glow or shut you up, essentially. There's a lot of bullies out there. And I'm just so proud that Korra knows who she is. You can tell that she's a woman under a lot of stress, understandably so. It is hard splitting up a marriage where there are children involved. And so please, if you've got nothing useful to say to this woman, just leave her alone. And stop being so hypocritical, criticizing her every move and her parenting style and what she's done or hasn't done. If the people that matter in California felt that Korra was some kind of a harm or danger to her children, they would have taken the kids away from her a very long time ago. Child protection services in the West doesn't play. And if you think that with someone like Korra, with this kind of following and platform that she has, there aren't people in that profession who are watching her and seeing what she's doing, then you've got another thing coming. Okay. It's not like she's hiding. She is there, putting herself out there, which she's done for all this time anyway. So I just want all this unsolicited advice and hypocritical comments that people make about her parenting style, why she carried the baby this way, why she's done this and the other, to just, stick it where the sun don't shine. If you're that good of a parent, go and parent your own children and leave her alone. Okay? Like, I'm just so fed up with some of the commentary and the things that I see. It's so funny. She is a dancer. She's an adult in her own right. If she wants to expose her whole self, if she wants to go stark butt naked, that is what she will do. It's a choice, and she's made it. Why are people always saying to her, oh, don't bring your private life on social media. Don't talk about your marriage. This is private family affair. You don't need to talk about it. When they were happily married and kissing each other and doing all of that, was that also not private family matter? Were you not listening? Were you not watching? Were you not cheering on and saying, oh, this is such a fantastic family. Oh, it looks so nice and everything is so... Did you not do that? Like, we humans are so funny how we behave. Double standards. It pisses me off a lot. Now, to the substance of the issue, which has to do with children. That topic always gets my adrenaline juices going because I have been personally involved and witnessed those kinds of things happen from some kinds of fathers towards the women that they've had children with, be married to, their exes, and all of that. You see, when you love your children enough, or you purport to love your children, you don't do things to hurt the mom. Because what you do to hurt the mom, whether you like it or not, ends up hurting the children as well. So if you love your children, if you claim to love your children, never badmouth the other person that you had the child with to your children. I keep saying this all the time, that children are not stupid, They're so clever and intelligent. It doesn't matter how old they are. They know what's up. They do. Children are like sponges. They can feel the vibe, the vibrations, and pretty quickly figure out what is actually happening. So as a parent, whether you're a single mom or dad, you don't have to waste time talking ill about the other parents that brought the kid, who you had the child with, and try to, so that you think that somehow by scoring some brownie points and making yourself feel good, that the children are going to choose you over them, especially when it has to do with the mom. I'll tell you something today. I love my mom, my dad to bits. I love my dad to bits. I am a proper daddy sport brat type of girl. Even at my age, my dad were crossing the road with me. He'll probably stretch forth his hand and still be holding my hand. And he tells me every time that whether you're 14 years or you're 100 years, you're always going to be my baby. That's what he says to me at my age, with gray hairs everywhere. So please, the point I'm trying to make here is that the fact that I love my dad does not mean, even if my mom sleeps in the gutter and takes all her clothes off because she's lost her marbles, no matter what the issue is, I am always going to love my mom nonetheless. I cannot call anybody else's mother my mother. And she can't do the same things that my own would do for me. So my mom is my mom, and I love her, period. Okay? That is also fact. So any man who thinks that they can have a child or children with a certain woman, and then when things don't work out and everything is messed up, you can then try to badmouth the women to your children and claim all sorts of false allegations that are not, backed by any facts or evidence. I have something to tell you. It will not work. It will not work. It will fail. It won't work. So if Justin really truly, Justin, this is for you. If you really truly care about those girls of yours, listen to me. Don't think that you're going to score no better brownie points by trying to dim Korra's glow or shine and trying to say all kinds of things about her and, you know, put her out in a bad light so that the law is the law. Doesn't mingle with hearsay or who did this or who did that. Like I said, if Korra was a danger to her children, they would have been taken away from her ages ago. Ages ago. Do your part as the man, as the father of the children. Provide for them. Regardless of the situation, provide for them. So you've had 2 girls. If what Korra is saying is anything to go by, for almost a year now, she's been the sole person, the sole parent providing for these children. Where is your $900 from the $1,800 that is being paid for the kids' school fees every month? Where is your own share? When you were putting it and you were having fun, didn't you know that when the pregnancy comes, you need to be responsible for that? Like, I'm sick and tired of irresponsible dads, you know. It's becoming a broken record that I'm absolutely fed up with seeing. I know some very well. Very, very well. And they'll come up with any excuse in the book. Oh, but if I don't have money, what should I do? If you knew you wouldn't have money, why were you busy doing things that bring children into the picture in the first place? You're happy to catch feelings, but you're not happy to take responsibility for the byproduct of the feelings that you caught. And so when you've left women that will do anything, they'll sell their knickers if they have to provide for their children. And then you turn around and make it about you because you have a problem with your ex-wife or your ex-baby mama or whatever. You don't love your children. You don't. Because trying to hurt the mother of your children is trying to hurt your own children. And there are no happy winners or there's no happy ending in this story. You would think that a chiropractor, like somebody who has a medical background, would at least, you know, use some of his medical knowledge to be nice to his children, to love his children and put them first. And the way things are going, when both parties had previously seemed to have agreed that they were going to co-parent, and now he's going full guns blazing, wanting to have sole custody. This is going to become bloody. Especially when you're not providing a dime for the children's upkeep. On what basis are you going to get this sole custody? How are you proving that you can look after the children? And also wanting child support from Korra. Are you not ashamed of yourself? Who has the children the bulk of the time? And even if it is shared custody, when the kids are with Korra, are you also sending Korra money to look after the children when she has them? And think that it is right that you demand money from Korra when you get to have the children. Like, I don't know the ins and outs of the story. I'm not in the court of law, but I also know the little bit that I know about the welfare of children in the West. I also know that America doesn't play with sperm donors who refuse to look after their children. Look, yesterday I was having this conversation with a friend of mine, a brother, and he said there was this story about a man who went to a hotel, went on holiday, met this woman, they got together and they had a one-night stand and whatever. And he had put his stuff in a condom, a used condom. And, you know, he left it there and left the room. In comes this housekeeping. They come in to clean the room and whatever. And this woman found paperwork also on the side that proved that the person that occupied that hotel room, the guy, was a millionaire. Guess what she did? She implanted the stuff in the condom inside her, and she became pregnant and had a child. And guess what? When they did DNA, they still found that, yeah, this child is a product of that man. And they went after him for child support for the upkeep of the child. So if you think Americans or the West plays when it comes to, yeah, you will know that that thing of yours, you have to lock it with padlock and key so that you don't per chance have some droplets of something going somewhere that somebody can potentially use to create a seed that you now have to pay for. And so, Mr. Justin, you've done a lot of things. A lot of things. But right here and now, if you love your children, stop making this issue about you and Korra and focus on loving your children. Because whether you hate Korra or not, the girls love Korra and they will always love her. You can never erase the image, the love, and the bond that those girls share with their mom. Ever, with anything. No money, no nothing, no other woman, not your love, nothing can change that. A mother's love is a mother's love. Even children who never met their moms, yeah, they still feel that intense, deep connection to the person that they spent the first 9 months of their creation inside of. There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. Children can love stepmoms, yes, but a mom, a mother is a mother, plain and simple. Yeah. So you need to deal with that. You need to deal with that. I am so proud of Korra. That all these opposition and negativity and horrible people that are sat out there wanting this girl to lose her mind. Shame on all of you. Oh, shame. Shame on you. Your plans failed. She is still standing, even more beautiful than she was a few months ago when she just had the baby, and she's out there doing great things and kicking ass. And I love this girl so much. I am so proud of her and her achievements. The first daughter, June, is a spitting image of her mom. Athena looks like her dad. But those two girls, they're going places. Those girls, I pray to God that they have the same vibe that their mom does. Yeah. And they're going to go places. Hustle. Yeah. And do well. I am so proud of you, Korra. Super proud of you that in spite of all of these things that are happening, things that drive other people mental, things that make other people crazy, my darling, you are still rocking it and making something of your life. I am so proud of you, girl. Keep soaring, keep going. Ignore all these negative, downtrodden, disappointed, miserable people. And keep doing you. Korra, we love you. There's a lot of us that are rooting for you. We don't talk about you much. We watch your videos. Whenever I need something, a pick-me-up, Korra is one of the places that I go to. Just looking at her and her girls puts a smile on my face. Justin, you need to make a decision. You either love your girls and will do anything for them, including allowing them to love their mom, and stop being silly and trying to take the very thing, the very thing that would make Korra lose her mind away from her children. She'll die first, then lose them to you. The best you would get if you're deemed safe enough for those kids to be with you. Maybe you need to have mental health evaluation, but the best that will happen to you is shared custody with her to co-parent those children. Take it. whatever you're given, and love your girls. Any man out there trying to divide and conquer, take the girls and have this and give me this money and do that, you have failed, though. You have failed. You have failed. You have failed. Your plans will not work. Thank the heavens for good judges. Yes. The law always deals with the facts and evidence. Evidence. You cannot concoct anything and bring it to court. It will be thrown out because it's not admissible in court. I am not a lawyer, but at least what I will use to wash my face, I know. Justin, I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed that in spite of everything going on in your marriage, you're not able to put all that to one side and say the one thing that you guys have together with is the children. You guys are going to prioritize that for the sake of the children. I'm very sad. I'm very sad. But Korra, I am rooting for you. I can't wait for this whole thing to be over so that you can pick up the pieces of your life and move on. Nobody is perfect. Yeah. Nobody is looking for an hourglass mother. But what everybody needs is a mom. A mom that shows up. A mom that is there no matter what. A mom that is there for all the night feeds and the nappy changes and every illness and every high temperature and everything. Mouth drooling. A mom. And that is something that nobody can take away from Korra. We have all seen it. So kudos to you, Korra. Just know that some of us, we love you so much. And we just want to see you succeed and thrive with what you're doing. Keep on being you. Let your light shine even brighter. Forget about your people. We love you, Korra. Take care, honey. Bye. We love you.